There was a man, local man. I mentioned him once or twice in my diary to myself as Gin Mill, GINMILL. To Blackmill, BLACKMILL. Since it's really a conversation between me and myself, documentation, what I hope to avoid in the upcoming plight, PLIGHT, to wearing human skin. I wear human skin. It sounds weird. Got it. You read it on like this, and anybody like NYPD level of like never been to FBI training or DEA training or ATF training is like, now like should be like she plays with knives, like wears skin? No. Like that's what like the movie directors do in like the Brad Pitt movie with like Seven, SEVEN. Like I say things in a distinction. There's a dis, because there's two ways that your thought process might go. There's the actual correct route, might sting a little bit, but if you hold on without putting any of your human in my skin, then it goes to tin, TIN, and then it creates a VIN, a VIN, which is the correct way that something should be. Now, there was a gentleman by the name of Harold. He said that his Hungary, the countries where his dad came from, spoke lots of languages, really smart man. He's got a very handsome shaped face and features. However, he comes from Arizona. He's got on his license plate corrupt and like the number 11. It's like always mixed signals with you fucking locals and you humans. So he comes from Arizona, but I get along with him like I do all the humans in Crazy Town, because it's like, I don't fucking trust any of you. I don't like any of you as far as I can throw you. I'll like you in a moment to see what day it is that you woke up in and what science project's working in your ether atmosphere and what signals I need to pick up. But what you did in your career, I don't fucking trust you. Nobody fucking showed up in my neck of the wood to fucking do anything useful. You just fucked everything up. Because now I sit with him and he's like, so what, like you're going to give me like a word tree? Like a word tree? Now what do you mean by a word tree? Like I have never in my 42 years ever heard anybody use the word WORD, TREE. He also is, I think he's a state attorney, STATEATTORNY, but I could be wrong. He's some kind of attorney. He said real estate. But now I don't know if it was in a connected moment to my science project or a disconnected moment of things I'm not allowed to know about. That somebody informed me that he was a prosecutor of some sort, but like I don't even know what that means. Your human words, like really, I mean, unless I sit down and I box them out, like I don't fucking trust one of you shitbags from the other. I mean, honestly, and I like Harold. He's a nice guy, I suppose. I like him as much as I like Tia Frio. So like out in public, I'll be nice, whatever, but you're all broken. I know that. So now Harold says to me, he's got a white daughter, apparently, and then he had a white son who came, but then I think he has an adopted son, which I don't ask questions if that's who it is, okay. His adopted son looks very much like his adopted son looks like a friendlier version of what walked out of Aunt Judy's neighbor's house. because he's got softer features. I guess they've calmed down and acclimated in the cesspool. So now Harold, though, was saying that, what did he say to me? Oh, and the kid works for Steve Madden, and he was a barista at Starbucks. Spiro got him a job at Steve Madden, I think, in finance. And now he does real estate and he does Steve Madden work and he travels all over the world. He showed me pictures and all sorts of stuff. I'm like, that's nice. You know, like, I mean, I don't know how the fuck your 26-year-old something is getting hooked up like unbelievable around the world, being that your people are a real fucking problem for me my entire life. But here we are. So now, but like the real life conversation went like, I don't have a care in the world because I really don't give a shit. Like my guys will come for you and kill you and your kids in your sleep for doing this to me. That's the expectation at the level of breakage and where the breakage is. There is, I mean, again, there's reliables who know better because I don't start trouble. I don't go looking for trouble. I already had big trouble on the break and I needed to be the reliable source that would give the fix and not come after in retaliation. That's who I am. You're either working towards the cure and helping me or you die. End of story. So now Harold, incidentally, looks broken, in physically. When he walks, his knee gives out. It's like he's hunched and crunched over. And he said to me once, he's like, what's the deal with you? He's like, why do you hate like all Asians? I'm like, what? I go, that's pretty funny. I said, where did you hear that I hate all Asians? I said, because I know I didn't say it. I was like, and I've been around all of these Asians. I said, and I don't give off a flare or an air of not liking them. I'm just curious, where did you come up with that? So he started laughing and he goes, oh, touche. And I'm like, no, really, I really want to know, where did you come up with the idea that I don't like Asians? He's like, I don't have to tell you. And I was like, no, you don't. And it's not that I don't like all Asians. I mean, I'm sure there's one good China somewhere in the world. I just haven't found it. That's it. So it's like, again, there's so many of you in such big population and you've broken the world so much more while I've been here. Can I look you in the face and tell if you're who you were when you got here? Nope. Your science project and your coding might have changed. I have no fucking idea. That's how dangerous the equipment was and the project was. And you're just like, no, let's just sit on her. Let's figure it out ourselves and be human together and like teamwork. Right? No, that's how then teams break even further because there are so few good of every single group of human, so few totally programmed correctly, like by cosmology and like areas I'm not given words to. And there's so many of you that have been hurt, twisted. You're not the same thing you woke up being. I mean, I am, but I just, again, walking around, I never know day to day who knows things, because nobody says, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're not like, yeah, no, I read your file. Like, well, where'd you get my file? And how do I get access to it? Seriously. Like, oh, right, you were warned not to go down that path with me because my path of logic is your psychopath, right? You're a psycho, people like Harold. You are all psycho. You're psychosomatic. I am psychologic. Welcome to diagnostics. You all are in some psychosomatic program that turns and gyrates around my ability to perform in the function for which I was sent while I'm wearing skin. So no, in going back, I don't wear skin like I'm going to peel yours off with a knife, flay it, and then put it on my own. That's fucking disgusting and very human of you. What I am is something completely different, but I'm a pair. So in the quiet project I came from of it already broke, but we're going to try to quietly fix this with you without like causing like major problems. They cast one into the whatever, and then they come and they take it away because I needed the genetics, and this is where it showed up in New York. Great, so I was coming for my woman. Let's play along. So Vlad says, I'm coming for my Soviet, my one. It fell over in your toilet bowl of New York. I just want her one body. She's wearing my skin, the one that I like the most. I'm wearing her skin in size Vlad that she likes the most. Has nothing to do with a knife and your skin unless you get in my way of getting my one Soviet that has nothing to do with you out of New York and into Vlad territory. So where's the fucking problem, human?